Hello, and welcome back to ZzzMovies. Tonight, we're going to drift into a story that unfolds softly, like a cherished memory, a delicate blossom opening petal by petal in the quiet, undisturbed garden of your mind, revealing intricate layers of thought and feeling. It's a tale woven with threads of quiet longing, the unspoken wishes that reside deep within the heart's hidden chambers, tender revelations that surface like soft light through still water, revealing gentle truths that shimmer with profound meaning, and the gentle, persistent hum of life's intertwining. A quiet symphony of human connection that resonates with a subtle, comforting warmth, a deep, pervasive peace. As you settle in, finding that perfect measure of comfort, that just right alignment of pillows and blankets, allowing your body to sink into the embracing softness, perhaps you can tell me, where are you listening from tonight? Feel free to share in the comments below, letting your thoughts float into the quiet, shared space we're creating together. A collective breath exhaled into the evening air, a soft sigh of contentment that whispers of serenity. Now, allow yourself to sink deeper into the cushions, into the softness that cradles you entirely, supporting every curve and hollow, into the profound stillness of the moment, a silent surrender to gravity and peace, a complete release. We begin to explore a world seen through quiet eyes, through the gentle, almost hazy filter of a dreaming heart, where every sensation is heightened and softened, imbued with a delicate, ethereal quality. Let the gentle whispers of this narrative guide you, like a soft breeze through a tranquil garden at twilight, rustling the leaves and stirring the petals of night-blooming flowers toward a restful night, a deep and peaceful slumber that embraces you completely, holding you in its quiet, restorative embrace. You stand, a soft lightness in your step, almost as if floating just above the polished floor, a subtle grace in your posture, leaning gently against the solid, reassuring dining room doorway. You feel the cool, smooth wood against your back, a quiet anchor in the bustling space, grounding you amidst the gentle chaos of overlapping conversations that rise and fall around you like ocean waves. The murmur of a Thanksgiving gathering swirls around you, a comforting drone, a symphony composed of familiar voices rising and falling, a gentle ebb and flow of conversation, punctuated by soft, genuine laughter that ripples through the air, like tiny bells chiming from an unseen, distant steeple, each sound a delicate chime that dances in the atmosphere. The very atmosphere feels thick, rich with the deep, savory scent of roasted turkey, its warmth a tangible presence that fills the senses, a nostalgic embrace that pulls at forgotten memories, mingling effortlessly with something sweet and warm, perhaps the delicate, spiced aroma of cinnamon and nutmeg from a cooling pumpkin pie, its scent a promise of sweetness that evokes vivid autumn memories and cozy evenings by a fire. This familiar fragrance wraps itself around you like a well-loved cashmere shawl, soft and yielding, a comforting embrace that hints at long-standing traditions and shared warmth, a sense of belonging that is both deeply cherished and, at times, gently questioned, a subtle dissonance that whispers of hidden thoughts and quiet uncertainties, like faint notes in a complex chord. Your gaze drifts, unhurried and softly focused, allowing the scene to unfold before you like a slowly developing, sepia-toned photograph, capturing fleeting moments with a soft clarity, each face a nuanced study, a unique story waiting to be glimpsed. Faces pass in and out of your soft focus, some known intimately, their expressions etched into the very fabric of your memory, worn smooth by time and affection, like treasured stones held close to the heart. Others are less so, fleeting impressions that blend into the gentle hum of the evening, like distant birdsong on a summer's eve, barely distinguishable yet contributing to the overall melody of life, a vast interwoven score. All are bathed in the warm, diffused glow of the evening lamps, creating soft halos around each head, a gentle, almost painterly scene, a tableau vivant, a living painting composed of intricate light and shadow, rendered with a tender hand. A half-smile plays on your lips, a quiet reflection of the happiness that seems to permeate the very walls, a genuine warmth that reaches your eyes, softening their edges, making them luminous with a gentle glow that seems to radiate from within. Yet, beneath it, a subtle current of something else flows, an unnamed feeling, barely acknowledged even to yourself, a delicate shimmer of anticipation, or perhaps a tender premonition that settles softly, yet persistently, within your chest. A quiet, almost imperceptible flutter, like a moth's wings brushing against silk in the stillness of the night, a silent trembling that hints at change. You hear the chorus of conversations, a gentle melody of lives intertwined, a complex harmony where each voice adds a unique note, a distinct timbre, a singular thread in the intricate weaving, and you are undeniably a part of it, yet also subtly apart, observing from a quiet inner space, a gentle detached dreaminess that allows you to absorb rather than fully engage, to simply witness the unfolding moments, a silent watcher, a thoughtful observer. As the early evening deepens, the soft light from the lamps gathers in the corners of the room, creating cozy pockets of warmth that invite quiet contemplation. You trace the intricate pattern of the antique rug beneath your feet with your eyes, its faded colors telling stories of countless gatherings, of footsteps long past, each thread a memory woven. The scent of wood polish and old books mingles faintly with the Thanksgiving feast, a comforting aroma of settled lives, of history and domesticity intertwined. A quiet sigh escapes you, almost imperceptible, a gentle acknowledgement of the intricate dance of life happening around you, a silent recognition of its beauty and complexity. You watch your parents, their easy banter a familiar melody, their love a quiet, enduring anchor in the shifting currents of existence, a steady presence in a changing world. Their hands reach for each other sometimes, a fleeting touch, a silent reassurance that transcends words, a profound connection needing no explanation, and you find a tender beauty in such simple, heartfelt gestures, a quiet admiration. Each quiet moment seems to expand, stretching, allowing for a deeper immersion into the atmosphere, a more profound absorption of the present. The gentle murmur of voices becomes a soothing wave, washing over you, carrying you further into this dreamy state of quiet observation, a silent, internal journey. You feel the cool air stirring faintly near the window, a subtle breeze carrying the crisp scent of autumn from outside, mingling with the warmth within, a delicate balance of elements. It is a delicate balance, this feeling of being present and yet subtly detached, a quiet observer of your own life unfolding in soft hues and hushed tones, a participant and a witness simultaneously. The quiet whispers of the wind outside seem to carry forgotten stories, brushing against the window pane with a melancholic sigh. A gentle hum of jazz music floats in from the living room, a smooth, unobtrusive backdrop that seems to cushion the sharper edges of reality, softening the very air, dissolving anxieties into a pleasant haze, a soothing sonic blanket that wraps around your senses, muffling the external world. It is a quiet partner to the delicate, almost tinkling clinking of glasses, a soft percussion that punctuates the quiet moments, and the soft rustle of velvet and wool fabrics as people move through the space, a gentle dance of textures and sounds that feels almost choreographed, a silent, graceful rhythm. It's a familiar tune, a soft improvisation that seems to caress the edges of your awareness, inviting you to simply be, to let your thoughts unfurl like quiet banners in the evening breeze, rippling softly in the dim light, revealing their hidden messages, their unspoken sentiments. You turn, a slow, deliberate movement, pulling away from the doorway's embrace, the smooth wood cool against your fingertips, a grounding sensation that connects you to the tangible world, a momentary anchor amidst the dreamlike state. You are path curves around a tall, dark bookshelf, its polished mahogany gleaming faintly in the subdued light, reflecting the soft glow of the lamps like scattered embers, tiny points of warmth dancing in the shadows. Its shelves are laden with books, their spines a kaleidoscope of muted colors, deep reds, worn blues, faded greens, each a silent promise of stories untold, of worlds waiting to be discovered within their quiet pages, holding countless secrets and profound wisdom. Interspersed among them are framed photographs, catching the light just so, tiny windows into moments past, to shared laughter and quiet reflection, echoes of lives lived that whisper softly from their frames, a gentle chorus of memory that resonates with a quiet nostalgia, a yearning for what once was, for fleeting moments suspended in time, held delicately. As you walk, the sounds of the party seem to fade slightly, as if you've stepped into a softer, more intimate acoustic chamber, where the world outside becomes a distant echo, a faint, comforting hum, a gentle background that allows for deeper thought. They are replaced by the gentle whisper of your own thoughts, a quiet internal monologue unfolding like a secret conversation, a delicate unfolding of self, each thought a soft ripple in your mind, expanding slowly outwards, filling the quiet space with introspection, a silent narrative. There's a palpable warmth in the room, a gentle embrace of family and friends, a comforting closeness that feels both inviting and, at moments, slightly overwhelming, a press of affection that can sometimes feel too much, too demanding, too close, and you find yourself exchanging quiet greetings, a soft "Hi, how are you?" here and there, your voice a murmur in the comforting din, a dance of politeness and genuine connection, a gentle swaying in the currents of the room, a quiet participation that is both observed and deeply felt, a subtle engagement that hints at inner depth. The air around you feels almost velvety, softened by the collective warmth of bodies and the gentle flow of conversation, creating a delicate, tactile sensation. You notice the subtle patterns in the wallpaper, a quiet floral design that seems to bloom in the lamplight, its petals unfolding in soft hues, adding to the layers of comfort and visual texture. Your fingers brush lightly against the cool glass of a framed photograph as you pass, a picture of Hannah and Holly as young girls, their faces bright with an innocent joy that stirs a tender ache within you, a pang of nostalgia for simpler times. The scent of Frederick's pipes, a faint, sweet tobacco, drifts to you from the adjacent study, a familiar, grounding aroma that speaks of his presence, even when unseen, a quiet anchor to his world. You breathe it in, a quiet anchor to your own reality, a moment of subtle connection to the familiar. The subtle movements of the guests become like a slow, graceful dance, a ballet of casual interaction that unfolds before your eyes, each gesture is soft, unhurried motion. You feel a delicate sense of the passage of time in the way the shadows lengthen and soften, drawing the evening closer, pulling everything into a gentle, deeper quietude, a serene descent into night. Each moment feels imbued with a gentle significance, a quiet beauty that resonates deep within, a profound echo in your soul. The soft, distant murmur of voices seems to blend into the very fabric of the air, a comforting, indiscernible hum that creates a sense of peaceful suspension. 2 more guests arrive, their quiet greetings adding to the gentle press of bodies in the vestibule, making the space feel more full, more alive, with a gentle surge of energy that subtly shifts the atmosphere, a quiet influx of newness that stirs the existing currents. It's a comfortable closeness, not overwhelming, just a shared space, a gentle jostle of shoulders and the soft brush of velvet and wool fabrics, a sensory experience of human proximity that feels intimate and familiar, like a soft embrace in a dream, a comforting presence. You lightly hug a child who reaches for you, their small arms a fleeting, innocent connection, their softness a momentary anchor that steadies your heart, a pure, uncomplicated touch that melts away complexity. and speaks of simple joy. The softness of their fine, wispy hair brushes your cheek, a feathery touch that tickles gently, and their small, warm hand grasps your fingers for a brief, sweet moment. A pure, unburdened exchange of innocence and joy that leaves a tender impression. It's a brief, pure moment. A reminder of unburdened joy. A fleeting connection that sparks a quiet warmth within you. A gentle glow that spreads through your chest. A soft blossoming of quiet affection. A tender bud unfolding. As you continue your slow, graceful drift toward the living room, the quiet hum of conversation around you feels like a current, carrying you gently along, a subtle force guiding your path, a silent direction that you instinctively follow. A path of least resistance. The soft music grows a little clearer now, wrapping itself around you like a familiar, comforting blanket. Its melody a gentle invitation to relax deeper into the evening's embrace, to let your guard down, just a little, to truly breathe and feel the moment, to simply exist within it, unburdened by anticipation. And then, a thought, a sensation, whispers in the periphery of your awareness, a subtle pull, a profound presence that draws your attention without a single word being spoken, a magnetic force that feels almost telepathic, a silent communication. Across the room, a deep knowing. It's Elliot's voice, a soft current in the background. A low, resonant hum that seems to vibrate just for you. A silent acknowledgement that he is near, a knowing that gently settles within you like a warm stone. In your pocket, an unexpected and cherished comfort that blooms in the quiet of your being. You turn your head back for a moment. A fleeting, almost imperceptible glance over your shoulder, your eyes meeting his across the room, a brief, silent communion, a shared secret held in a fleeting gaze as you continue your path, and the world seems to hold its breath for a beat. A silent acknowledgement of a shared, unspoken resonance, a delicate vibration between two souls, a secret language that only you two understand, a profound connection that transcends words. The subtle shift in the air when Elliot's presence is near becomes a familiar, almost intoxicating rhythm, a silent, captivating beat. It's not a loud declaration, not a boisterous arrival, but a quiet, insistent thrum that resonates deep within your chest, a gentle, persistent vibration. You feel a delicate warmth spreading through you, a sensation akin to sunlight on bare skin, a comforting, pervasive glow. This subtle knowing, this unspoken current between you, weaves itself into the fabric of the party, a secret thread in a vibrant tapestry, unseen by others yet profoundly felt. You move with a quiet grace, almost gliding, your steps light and fluid, aware of his quiet observation, yet feigning an effortless obliviousness, a subtle, practiced dance. The jazz music seems to dance around you, its melody now imbued with a subtle, romantic undertone, a soundtrack to your private burgeoning emotion, a hidden score. Every interaction, every turn of your head, every slight shift of your weight, feels subtly heightened, infused with a delicate awareness of him, a quiet, almost electric charge. You can almost feel the gentle weight of his gaze, like a soft touch that lingers, even when your eyes are not directly meeting, a pervasive presence. It is a delicate, silent language, understood only by the two of you, a secret world unfolding. Amidst the everyday comforts of family and festivity, a profound, hidden intimacy. The soft glow of the table lamps seems to deepen around you, creating a private spotlight for this unspoken connection, bathing your shared space in a tender, golden hue. You move further into the living room, the space opening up slightly, still filled with people, but with more room to breathe, a gentle expansion that allows the air to circulate more freely, bringing with it fresh currents of scent and sound, a renewed vitality that subtly invigorates the atmosphere. The jazz music is a steady, gentle companion, weaving through the layered conversations like a golden thread, an invisible pattern that guides the atmosphere, a soothing current that calms the mind, settling the restless edges of your thoughts, bringing a quiet clarity, a peaceful focus. You carry a tray of delicate hors d'oeuvres, their light fragrance teasing your nose with hints of herbs and cheese, a savory promise, and 2 drinks, the subtle weight of familiar sensation in your hands, the condensation from the glasses cool against your fingertips, a refreshing touch. You set them down gently near April, your friend, a quiet interaction, a brief, knowing smile exchanged between you, a silent understanding passing in the bustle, a shared moment of calm amidst the activity, a small island of connection in the swirling currents of the party, a private haven. As you move, a subtle sensation, a phantom warmth, lingers on the back of your neck, as if a soft gaze has just departed, leaving a faint imprint, a lingering awareness that tickles your senses, a gentle recognition. You imagine him there, just behind you, perhaps watching, his gaze a soft weight that you can almost feel, a subtle pressure, perhaps simply sharing the same space, his presence a soft, undeniable hum in the air that only you seem to perceive, a subtle vibration that resonates deep within, a quiet chord struck in your soul, echoing softly. A faint blush, a delicate warmth, touches your cheeks, spreading across your skin like a gentle flush, a private acknowledgement of a shared, unspoken secret, a silent thrill that dances just beneath your calm exterior, like a hidden current in a deep river, unseen but felt, a quiet surge of emotion that brings a soft glow to your face, a subtle radiance. It's a delicate dance, this existence, filled with hidden glances and unexpressed desires, a gentle, almost imperceptible current beneath the surface of polite conversation, a quiet yearning that tugs at the edges of your consciousness, a soft, insistent pull that draws you forward, subtly but surely, into an unknown future, a path only dimly perceived. The gentle murmur of the party around you becomes a comforting blur, a distant sound, like the hum of distant bees. Your awareness narrows, focusing almost entirely on the delicate, unspoken dance between you and Elliot, a silent, intricate choreography, the scent of his subtle cologne, a crisp, quiet fragrance, seems to linger in the air long after he has passed, a phantom presence. You find yourself subtly adjusting your posture, a quiet, unconscious grace that seems to respond to his presence, a gentle mirroring. The lights in the room appear to soften even further, casting longer, more romantic shadows that stretch across the polished floors, deepening the atmosphere. You feel a peculiar sense of heightened reality, as if every detail, every subtle shift in expression, is amplified, imbued with a quiet significance. It is a quiet, intoxicating unfolding. This feeling, a silent, beautiful secret that colors the entire evening, painting it in hushed, vibrant tones. Even the texture of the hors d'oeuvres in your hand feels more significant, more vivid, a small, delightful sensory detail in a moment charged with quiet emotion, a heightened awareness of the mundane. You are aware of the delicate fabric of your sweater against your skin, a soft comfort that belies the gentle turmoil within, a quiet storm, the distant clinking of ice in glasses, a delicate, crystalline sound, punctuates the soft hum of conversation, a gentle rhythm in the background. You walk past a doorway, a fleeting glimpse, almost a shadow caught in your peripheral vision of Elliot. He is still ruminating, his gaze fixed on some distant point, a landscape within his own mind, lost in thought, his brow slightly furrowed, a contemplation etched on his face, a silent struggle, still watching, his silent attention a soft, magnetic weight upon you, a pressure you feel across the room, a gentle, persistent tug that is hard to ignore, like an invisible string pulling at your very core, drawing you subtly. He's caught in his own thoughts, a quiet world within him that you are becoming increasingly, delicately aware of, almost as if you can feel the subtle currents of his mind, their ebb and flow, their quiet complexities, a silent dialogue unfolding within his being, a secret shared. It's an intoxicating connection, this silent understanding, this shared secret that blossoms between you like a fragile, hidden flower, its petals unfurling in the quiet air, revealing a tender core that both attracts and frightens, a delicate balance of thrill and apprehension that keeps you in a state of quiet awareness, a constant thrum. The sounds of the guests continue, a warm, gentle chatter, a comforting backdrop to the swirling emotions within you, a soft hum that allows your private world to unfold, undisturbed, a sanctuary for your feelings, a hidden garden of introspection where thoughts blossom into being. Hannah, your sister, so poised, so capable, so effortlessly serene, walks up behind Elliot, her movements graceful, fluid, almost ethereal, carrying a tray of her own, her presence a soft reminder of the intricate web of relationships that bind you all, a delicate, interwoven tapestry where each thread is connected, each life impacting another, creating a complex, living design. You hear her soft voice, a gentle inquiry, a loving concern for her husband, a tenderness in her tone that underscores her devotion, and a pang, a small, subtle ache, resonates within you, a bittersweet harmony of desire and duty, of quiet longing and unspoken complexities that twist around your heart, a knot of conflicting emotions that tightens with her every word, a silent turmoil that you carry within, a profound, private burden, the soft murmur of Hannah's voice, so familiar and comforting, seems to create a delicate barrier, a silent acknowledgement of the world you inhabit, a boundary drawn in sound. You feel the subtle pressure of the cool air conditioning on your skin, a small, almost unnoticed detail in the midst of heightened sensation, a cool caress. The laughter of distant guests takes on a slightly melancholic echo, a reminder of the layers of emotion beneath the surface of the evening, a hint of sadness. You imagine the intricate patterns of the antique Persian rug in the hallway, each knot a silent testament to countless moments, echoing the hidden complexities of your own life, a tapestry of time. You subtly shift your weight, a small, unconscious movement as if trying to recenter yourself amidst the swirling currents, to find your balance. The warmth of the party, usually so enveloping, now feels tinged with a delicate coolness, a subtle chill that hints at the unspoken tensions, a silent undercurrent. Every glance, every hushed word feels amplified, imbued with a quiet significance that only you seem to perceive, a profound understanding. It's a profound awareness. This feeling, a silent unfolding of truths within the quiet space of your heart, a tender, quiet revelation. The scent of Frederick's paints, a faint, familiar aroma, now feels subtly different, tinged with a new, quiet sadness, a silent farewell already beginning to form. Later, the evening's gentle currents carry you into the kitchen, the soft clinking of the glasses you carry a delicate rhythm against the background music still faintly heard from the living room, a delicate counterpoint that harmonizes with your steps, a soft, domestic melody that soothes and calms, a quiet rhythm of home. It's a comforting sound, a soft domestic symphony that speaks of home and shared moments, of life unfolding in gentle, predictable ways, a quiet reassurance in the familiar, a grounding presence that roots you in the present, a steady anchor. Your parents are singing now. Their voice is a tender duet, a little off-key, perhaps, but full of heart and shared history, embarking on a nostalgic journey down memory lane, their shared past echoing in the soft, slightly wavering notes that fill the air, a beautiful, aging harmony that speaks of enduring love and a life well lived. You smile, a soft, affectionate curl of your lips at their familiar, loving dynamic, a quiet warmth spreading through you, a sense of belonging, of being rooted in something enduring and true. a legacy of affection that transcends time. You walk over to your sisters, Hannah and Holly, their figures bathed in the soft glow of the kitchen lights, casting long, gentle shadows that dance around them, creating a serene tableau, a domestic scene, and put the glasses down on a cool, smooth counter near them. Hannah is focused, her movements precise and efficient, scooping seeds out of a cantaloupe, her concentration a quiet, unwavering force, a testament to her steadfast nature, her dependable presence, a pillar of calm amidst any storm, a quiet strength that emanates from her. Holly leans on the large kitchen table, sipping her drink, her presence a little more animated, her gestures more expansive, a gentle contrast to Hannah's steady calm, a vibrant spark of restless energy, a lively counterpoint. Her restless energy is a familiar hum, a mirror to your own quiet, underlying currents, the subtle stirrings within you that are rarely seen, rarely acknowledged by others, a hidden depth, a quiet fire. The scent of fresh citrus from the cantaloupe Hannah prepares mingles with the lingering aromas of the feast, a crisp, clean note in the rich, warm air, a refreshing counterpoint. The hum of the refrigerator is a constant, low thrum, a steady pulse in the heart of the home, a silent, comforting beat. You watch the interplay between your sisters, the unspoken shorthand of years of shared history, the comfortable rhythm of their conversation, a dance of familiar words and gestures. Holly's eyes sparkle with a restless energy, a quiet yearning for something more, a drive that you understand deep within your own quiet heart, a kindred spirit. You feel the cool, smooth surface of the counter beneath your fingertips, a grounding sensation that connects you to the solid world. The gentle clatter of dishes in the sink, a distant, muffled sound, speaks of the domestic rhythm, the cycle of gathering and quiet cleanup, a peaceful, familiar ritual. You observe the way the light catches the intricate details of the antique stove, its brass gleaming softly, reflecting the quiet glow of the kitchen. Each small detail becomes a focus, drawing you further into the quiet texture of the moment. A serene immersion, a deep appreciation for the mundane beauty. The soft clinking of ice in glasses, the gentle rustle of paper napkins, all contribute to the soothing domestic symphony that wraps around you. The three of you chat, comfortably, easily, the soft sounds of your voices weaving together like delicate threads in a tapestry, creating a warm, intricate pattern of shared thoughts and laughter, a bond of sisterhood that feels both familiar and deeply comforting, a sacred connection that time only strengthens. Hannah, ever the hostess, ever attentive to every detail, her care extending to all, offers you and Holly her friend's shrimp puffs. You pick one up, its texture light and delicate, the savory taste melting on your tongue, a small burst of flavor that lingers, a subtle pleasure that delights the senses, and you nod to Holly, a silent acknowledgement of their deliciousness, a shared pleasure. You tell Hannah they're fantastic, a small, gentle compliment that brings a soft, pleased smile to her face, a fleeting moment of pure satisfaction. Holly, pleased, shrugs and smiles, her energy a soft ripple in the quiet kitchen, a fleeting moment of shared joy that feels sweet and ephemeral, like a wisp of smoke caught on the breeze, there and then gone, leaving only a tender memory. You interrupt gently, a sudden thought surfacing, a small, practical need in the midst of this gentle domesticity. You need an antihistamine, a quiet reminder of a fleeting discomfort, a subtle itch that you'd almost forgotten in the warmth of the evening, easily remedied with a simple action, a quiet necessity. It's a small detail, a minor interruption in the effortless flow of the evening, but it's a part of you, a part of your quiet, inner world, a soft whisper of vulnerability, a human need within the dream, a small grounding in reality, a quiet return to the tangible, the mundane, the everyday, the subtle scent of the antihistamine, a faint, medicinal whisper, blends into the warm kitchen air, a small, comforting note of practicality, a grounding aroma. You feel the familiar warmth of Hannah's hand briefly touch your arm as she turns back to the counter. A quiet gesture of affection. A silent bond. The soft clatter of the ice maker in the refrigerator is a gentle, rhythmic sound, adding to the domestic symphony. A quiet percussive element. You notice the way the light from the overhead fixture reflects off the polished surface of the wooden table, creating warm, inviting gleams, highlighting its smooth texture. Holly's soft laughter, a light, airy sound, floats across the space. A gentle reminder of her effervescent spirit, her lively presence. You find yourself appreciating the quiet rhythm of this family gathering, the comfortable silences interspersed with gentle conversation, a familiar comfort that soothes a part of your soul, a deep, pervasive peace. It's a fleeting moment of pure, uncomplicated connection, a warmth that settles deep within, a quiet contentment. The scent of roasted rosemary and thyme from the remaining food on the counter adds to the rich, comforting aroma of the kitchen. A culinary embrace. The evening unwinds slowly, a gentle unraveling, like a skein of yarn softly coming undone, each moment blending into the next with a quiet inevitability. A smooth transition that feels natural and unforced. A seamless flow of time. It's a tapestry woven of hushed conversations, their content often lost in the ambient hum, a murmur of secrets and shared lives, like a distant, indistinct chorus, almost like whispers from a dream, and the soft, intermittent clinking of silverware against china, a delicate musicality that punctuates the air with tiny, crystalline sounds, like distant chimes from a clock tower. You find yourself back in the living room, drawn by an unseen current, a subtle gravitational pull, a quiet observer of the ebb and flow of the party's energy, watching the guests begin to thin, like a gentle receding tide leaving behind smooth, wet sand, revealing what was beneath the surface. The quiet calm that remains. The jazz music, ever present, seems to caress the edges of your awareness. A soothing balm that washes over the senses. A quiet companion to your thoughts. A melody for your introspection. A quiet conversation with yourself that whispers of hidden feelings, of unspoken desires. You notice the way the lamplight catches the tiny dust motes dancing in the air, luminous, ethereal specks of light in the soft glow, a reminder of the quiet, unseen movements that constantly surround us, the ceaseless, gentle currents of existence, that hum beneath the surface of everything, unseen but felt, a constant vibration that is part of life itself, a cosmic hum. There's a subtle scent in the air, a blend of old books, warm and earthy, a comforting aroma that speaks of quiet contemplation and shared histories, mingling intimately with something floral, perhaps the faint, sweet perfume from a vase of lilies on a nearby table, their white petals almost luminous in the dim light, exuding a delicate, almost melancholic fragrance, adding to the rich layers of comfort and memory that permeate the room, each breath a deeper connection to the past and present. Each detail, a quiet whisper to your soul, deepening the atmosphere, pulling you further into the moment, into its delicate texture, its quiet presence, its unspoken story, a silent narrative unfolding. The air begins to feel cooler now, as the evening draws further into night, a subtle shift in the ambient temperature. You notice the way the shadows in the room deepen, growing longer and softer, blurring the lines between furniture and wall, creating a more intimate, hushed atmosphere. The distant city sounds, once a gentle hum, now seem to recede even further, becoming almost imperceptible, a faint, murmuring background to the quiet within the apartment. You feel the subtle weight of your sweater against your skin, its softness a comforting presence. The very silence when it falls feels profound, filled with unspoken things, with the gentle echoes of conversations past and thoughts yet to be formed. A sense of tender nostalgia washes over you, a quiet appreciation for these moments of shared life, These intricate layers of family, the delicate pattern of condensation on a nearby window pane catches your eye. A tiny, fleeting landscape of moisture, the lingering scent of burning candles, a warm, waxy aroma adds to the serene ambience, a soft, subtle glow. You drift, almost unconsciously, towards the bookshelves again, drawn by an invisible thread, a silent, magnetic pull that you cannot quite define, a gentle, irresistible force guiding your steps. Your fingers trace the smooth, cool, worn spines of familiar volumes, their titles hinting at countless journeys and stories, of lives lived and lessons learned, silent echoes of wisdom that resonate within you. Each book, in its silence, holds a universe, a story waiting to unfold, much like the quiet drama unfolding in the very room around you, a silent mirror to the complexities of human connection and the narratives we weave, both spoken and unspoken, seen and unseen. You pull out a slim volume, its cover worn smooth from countless readings, its texture a comfort beneath your fingertips, a history held within its very surface, a testament to time. You turn its pages gently, the soft rustle of paper a delicate sound, almost like a sigh, a breath released into the quiet, a soft turning point, a moment of transition. A particular line catches your eye, a quiet wisdom that resonates deep within, stirring the soft yearnings in your heart, a tender chord struck that vibrates through your being, a deep, resonant hum, a profound recognition. And then you feel a gentle warmth beside you, a silent presence that is suddenly profoundly there, a subtle shift in the air, a familiar energy that causes a gentle stir, a quiet awakening of dormant emotions. It's Elliot, his proximity a comfortable hum, a magnetic pull that you try subtly to resist, a gentle resistance that is more instinct than will, a silent struggle, yet secretly yearn for with a quiet, almost desperate intensity, a longing that thrums beneath your skin, a persistent rhythm that calls to you, an undeniable siren song. His voice, when he speaks, is a low murmur, close to your ear, a soft invasion of your quiet space, a breath against your skin that sends a shiver through you, a delicate tremor that awakens dormant senses, a quiet thrill that sparks within. He speaks of books, of shared interests, of a world that feels intimately yours, a rare connection that transcends the superficial, reaching into the very core of your being, a true meeting of minds and spirits, a profound understanding that feels both exhilarating and terrifying. The scent of his subtle cologne, a crisp, quiet fragrance, seems to deepen as he draws near, a gentle, alluring presence that wraps around you. You feel the subtle shift in the air, the slight warmth of his body radiating close to yours, a silent acknowledgement of proximity, a delicate awareness. The soft glow from the lamp on the nearby table casts his profile in gentle shadow, highlighting the thoughtful lines of his face, accentuating his quiet intensity. You can almost feel the quiet intensity of his gaze, even when your eyes are not directly meeting, a subtle pressure on your awareness, a pervasive sense of being seen. The jazz music, ever present, now seems to swell, becoming a soft, romantic melody that fills the quiet space between you, a private soundtrack to your unfolding emotions, a tender score. Your fingers, still tracing the words on the book's page, feel a delicate tremor, a soft, nervous energy, a quiet vibration. Every quiet breath you take feels deeply significant, each one a subtle response to his presence, to the unspoken words that hang in the air, a silent dialogue. The world outside this small, shared bubble seems to fade into a distant blur, leaving only the profound intimacy of the moment, a tender, fragile connection, a silent universe. The quiet hum of the room itself, usually a background drone, now feels like a shared secret, a palpable silence that holds unspoken possibilities. His words are like soft brushstrokes, painting vivid, gentle images in your mind. Each phrase an invitation to a shared landscape, a hidden garden where only the two of you exist, a secret sanctuary shielded from the world, a tender, fragile space of burgeoning possibility. You find yourself responding, your voice equally hushed, a conspiratorial whisper in the midst of the party's gentle hum, a secret shared, a delicate confession that feels both fragile and immensely powerful, a silent understanding passing between you deeper than words, a bond forged in quiet moments. There's a comfortable rhythm to your conversation, a natural flow that feels effortless, as if you've known each other's thoughts, their every delicate nuance, their hidden corners for a lifetime, a seamless exchange of ideas and feelings that feels like destiny, a preordained connection. He speaks of things that resonate deep within you, touching places you rarely expose, vulnerabilities you keep hidden from the world, a shared understanding that feels both exhilarating in its suddenness, like a spark igniting in the darkness, a quiet illumination, and a little frightening in its implications, hinting at a world forever altered, a life subtly yet profoundly rooted from its perceived path, a gentle shift of direction that changes everything. The air around you seems to thicken, becoming almost palpable with unspoken desires, with the gentle, undeniable pull of a forbidden attraction, a silent force drawing you closer, a gravitational pull that you cannot deny, a magnetic field between you, holding you in its sway. You glance up, your eyes meeting his, and for a long, tender moment, the world outside your shared gaze seems to melt away, dissolving into a soft blur of light and shadow, leaving only the two of you, suspended in a quiet, fragile bubble of connection, a world entirely your own, existing solely in that shared glance, a moment of profound, hushed intimacy that stretches time, making it stand still. His voice, a low, comforting murmur, paints scenes in your mind with an effortless grace, each syllable a gentle caress, a soft touch upon your inner landscape. You find yourself responding, your own words imbued with a new, quiet lightness, as if freed from a silent burden, a weight lifted. The laughter from across the room, once a distant echo, now feels almost entirely muted, replaced by the resonant hum of your shared moment, a private symphony. You can feel the subtle warmth emanating from his hand, resting casually near yours on the tabletop, a silent, magnetic pull, an almost imperceptible connection. The air around you seems to thicken, imbued with a delicate, almost palpable tension, a shimmering energy that vibrates between you, a silent current. Every word he speaks resonates deep within, touching upon unspoken longings, awakening parts of your heart you had kept carefully hidden, stirring dormant desires. It is a quiet, profound dance, this exchange, a meeting of souls that feels both exhilarating and achingly tender, a bittersweet joy. The subtle scent of his skin, a clean, subtle fragrance, blends with the scent of old paper from the books, creating a unique, intoxicating aroma that feels intimately yours, a personal scent of connection. The soft glow of the table lamp casts a gentle, unwavering light upon your clasped hands, a silent witness to the burgeoning connection. You feel a delicate tremor, a soft, nervous fluttering in your chest, a quiet hummingbird's wings beating against your ribs, a rapid, insistent rhythm, as his gaze holds yours, unwavering, deep, and full of unspoken meaning, a profound communication without words, a silent dialogue that speaks volumes to your soul. It's a quiet promise, a tender acknowledgement of something profound and dangerous, a recognition of a bond that defies easy definition, that stretches the limits of what you know about yourself and others, pushing the boundaries of your understanding into unexplored territory, a landscape of the heart. The jazz music seems to swell almost imperceptibly, a romantic crescendo in the background of your private world, underscoring the quiet intensity of the moment, a soundtrack to your inner turmoil, a gentle guide for your emotions, a melody of conflict and longing. You pull your gaze away first, a gentle retreat, a self-preservation instinct, the weight of the moment almost too much to bear, a silent acknowledgement of the boundaries you must maintain, the lines you cannot cross without consequence, a quiet act of restraint, a necessary holding back. You turn back to the bookshelf, your fingers lingering on a title, a gentle distraction, a way to regain your composure, to steady your breath, to quiet the rapid beating of your heart. But the connection remains, a shimmering, almost visible thread between you, vibrating with a gentle, undeniable intensity, a silent hum in the air that only you can feel, a constant, soft thrumming beneath the surface of everything, a persistent resonance, a quiet echo in your being, a haunting melody. The warmth that his presence ignites within you spreads slowly, like ink diffusing through water, a gentle, pervasive heat that permeates every cell. You feel a subtle blush touch your cheeks, a quiet admission of the stirrings in your heart, a tender flush. The subtle scent of lilies, a poignant, sweet perfume, seems to gather around you, intensifying the bittersweet beauty of the moment, a silent, fragrant embrace. You become acutely aware of the delicate fabric of your dress, the soft texture against your skin, a grounding sensation amidst the emotional currents, a tangible reality. The distant murmur of the party, once a comforting backdrop, now feels like a gentle accusation, a silent reminder of the complicated truth, a quiet whisper of conscience. Each breath you take feels deeper, more meaningful, as if you are inhaling the very essence of the moment, drawing it into your very core. The quiet ticking of a grandfather clock in the hall, usually unnoticed, now seems to resonate with a gentle, insistent rhythm, marking the profound passage of time in this unspoken exchange, a silent witness. The soft glow from the lamp seems to deepen, casting longer, tender shadows that dance across the room, mirroring the quiet dance of your emotions. You hear Hannah's voice nearby, a calm, steady presence, a gentle reminder of the boundaries that exist, the lines that must not be crossed, the unspoken rules of family, etched deep within you, part of your very being, a moral compass that guides your actions. Her voice, so familiar, so loving, cuts through the intimate bubble you'd formed, a subtle splash of cold reality, a gentle reminder of obligation, of loyalty, of the intricate web that binds you, a sacred trust that cannot be broken lightly. The warmth of the room, the comfort of the gathering, suddenly feels tinged with a subtle melancholy, a quiet sadness for what cannot be, for the paths not taken, for the complexities of life's intricate tapestry, for the choices that define you and bind you, and the sacrifices they entail. A quiet resignation that settles heavy. You offer a small, almost imperceptible sigh, a silent release of the emotions swirling within you, a soft exhalation of longing, a quiet surrender to the inevitable, to the currents that guide your life, unbidden, sometimes against your will. The scent of the lilies seems stronger now, a sweet, poignant perfume, almost heavy, symbolizing the bitter sweetness of unspoken desires, the beauty and pain intertwined in a delicate dance, a silent sorrow that permeates the air. You realize the party is beginning to wind down, the sounds softening, the energy slowly receding, like a tide pulling back from the shore, leaving behind only quiet ripples on the sand, a gentle calm settling, a peaceful withdrawal from the social space. It's time to leave, to return to your own quiet space, to the solitary stillness of your apartment, to the familiar quiet of your own thoughts, a retreat into self, a gentle closing of a chapter, a turning of a page, a quiet end to a shared evening, and a return to solitude. The finality of Hannah's voice, though gentle, resonates with a quiet power, underscoring the weight of her presence in your life, an undeniable force. You feel the subtle shift in the room's energy as guests begin to prepare for departure, a slow winding down, like a clock ticking softly to a stop. The soft glow of the lamp seems to dim almost imperceptibly, casting longer, softer shadows across the floor, deepening the quiet atmosphere, creating a hushed, intimate space. A faint chill in the air, a subtle suggestion of the night outside, begins to creep in, a cool breath on your skin. You trace the delicate pattern of the lace curtain near the window with your gaze, its intricate design a small, beautiful distraction, a moment of visual escape. The scent of lingering perfume and roasted food creates a nostalgic blend that hangs in the air, a final sensory memory of the gathering, a bittersweet aroma. Each goodbye exchanged feels like a small, deliberate act, a step towards a quiet, solitary return, a gentle severing of connections. The distant hum of the city, now a continuous lullaby, accompanies the quiet closing of this chapter, a gentle ushering into the night. You say your goodbyes, a gentle chorus of farewells, each word a soft echo in the quietening apartment, fading into the background like distant bells chiming softly in the evening air, a mournful, lingering sound that resonates in your soul. You embrace Hannah, her hug warm and comforting, a quiet reassurance of sisterly love, a bond that feels both strong and fragile in this moment, held in delicate balance, a gentle paradox of strength and vulnerability. You hug Holly too, a quick, affectionate squeeze, a lighter touch, a sisterly connection that requires little explanation, a silent understanding passing between you. Your eyes meet Elliot's one last time across the diminishing crowd, a fleeting exchange, a silent farewell that holds 1,000 unspoken words, a question, a promise, a lingering regret, a fragile hope that hovers in the air between you, a shared secret now solidified, a quiet understanding that will remain. He offers a small, almost imperceptible nod, a gentle acknowledgement of the shared moment, a silent resonance between you, a final, tender connection that lingers, a subtle, persistent warmth that stays with you, a quiet ember. And then, you turn, stepping out into the cool, crisp night air, the sounds of the city a distant, gentle hum, a lullaby to guide you home, a soft murmur in the quiet dark, a comforting presence. The stars, if visible through the faint city glow, would be like scattered diamonds on a velvet cloth, twinkling softly, a quiet, reassuring presence in the vast, indifferent expanse of the night, mirroring your own smallness within the grand scheme, a comforting thought that brings a quiet peace to your drifting mind, a subtle sense of order. The chill of the night air, a refreshing contrast to the warmth of the apartment, washes over your face, a gentle awakening, a cool caress. You pull your coat tighter around you, its soft wool a comforting embrace, a shield against the night. The distant city lights blur into a soft, shimmering haze, a beautiful, indistinct tapestry against the dark sky, a silent urban masterpiece. Each step you take feels deliberate, carrying you further from the lingering echoes of the party, closer to the quiet solitude of your own space, a purposeful progression. You can almost feel the gentle breeze whispering secrets through the bare branches of the trees, a soft, murmuring comfort, a hushed conversation with nature. The hum of the few cars still on the street becomes a low, steady drone, a soothing backdrop to your thoughts, a consistent presence. It's a quiet journey, a gentle winding down of the day, leading you deeper into the contemplative quietude of the night, a peaceful descent into introspection. The delicate scent of night-blooming jasmine, carried on the breeze, offers a final, poignant note of fragile beauty as you walk, a subtle reminder of hidden loveliness. The drive home is quiet, the familiar streets blurring into a gentle ribbon of light and shadow, the car a quiet cocoon, insulating you from the world outside, a private sanctuary on wheels, moving through the sleeping city, a silent passage, unobserved. The city, usually so vibrant, so full of restless energy, seems to breathe a little slower now, exhaling a quiet sigh as its energy retreats for the night, settling into a peaceful slumber. A collective quietude that descends over everything, a pervasive calm. You lean your head against the cool window, watching the muted lights pass by, each one a tiny world, a distant flicker of life and untold stories playing out in silent miniature, a fleeting glimpse into other existences, other lives. You think of Frederick, waiting for you in the quiet stillness of your apartment, his presence a comforting, if sometimes challenging, anchor in your life, a steady weight that grounds you, a familiar landscape you navigate with ease and certainty. You think of the conversation with Elliot, the gentle words exchanged, the lingering glances, the unspoken promise that hangs in the air between you, a fragile, beautiful thing, a delicate thread connecting to souls, stretched across a chasm of unspoken desires, a bridge of longing that you hesitate to cross, a tempting, dangerous span. A gentle melancholy settles over you, a quiet acceptance of the complicated nature of affection and desire, a bittersweet understanding of the choices that shape a life, the compromises made, the paths forever closed, and the ones tentatively opened, a silent weighing of options, a quiet resignation. The car hums softly, a soothing drone, a continuous bass note that vibrates through the floor, a prelude to the stillness that awaits you, an invitation to quiet reflection, to simply be, to let the day's impressions gently fade, dissolving into the night, like watercolors in soft rain, leaving only a gentle haze. The familiar rhythm of the car on the asphalt, a gentle vibration, lulls you further into a state of contemplation. You watch the patterns of light and shadow created by the streetlights outside, a shifting, abstract art piece. The sense of exhaust and damp leaves drifts faintly through the vents, a subtle reminder of the urban night. You trace the outline of a distant skyscraper against the inky sky, its lights a steady, comforting presence. Your thoughts drift from Frederick to Elliot, a gentle oscillation between comfort and quiet longing, each man a different landscape in your emotional world. The silence within the car feels vast, holding the weight of your unspoken feelings, yet also offering a quiet sanctuary. It's a journey into the heart of the night, and into the quiet depths of your own soul. The soft glow of the dashboard lights casts a tender, warm hue across the interior, creating a sense of intimate privacy. You unlock your apartment door, the click of soft punctuation in the profound silence that greets you, a silence that seems to hold its breath, waiting for your return, a silent sentinel standing guard. The air inside is cool, still, carrying the faint, familiar scent of Frederick's paints, an earthy aroma, rich and complex, a tangible presence in the quiet, a reminder of his world, of his unwavering dedication, his silent passion that fills the space with an almost palpable energy. You move through the space, shedding your coat, your shoes, each movement deliberate, quiet, as if not to disturb the sleeping air, the stillness of the night, the delicate balance of your home, your sanctuary, your private world. The moonlight, if shining through the window, would cast long, gentle shadows across the floor, painting the room in shades of silver and gray, illuminating the quiet corners, the familiar shapes of furniture and art, creating a peaceful, muted landscape, a silent tableau, a serene painting. You find Frederick in his usual spot, lost in his work, illuminated by the focused beam of his lamp, a circle of light around him, isolating him in his creative world, a universe of his own making, a silent, powerful force. His brow is furrowed in intense concentration, a world unto himself, his passion a quiet, consuming force, a deep current flowing beneath his calm exterior, a hidden intensity that you have come to know. He looks up as you enter, his gaze a quiet question, a silent welcome, a deep knowingness in his eyes that feels both comforting and slightly unnerving, as if he sees more than you show, more than you wish to reveal, a quiet penetration into your soul. The cool air of the apartment wraps around you like a soft embrace, a welcome stillness after the subtle tensions of the party. You feel the soft texture of the rug beneath your bare feet as you pad silently through the living room. The faint scent of Frederick's coffee, a distant, bitter note, mingles with the ever-present aroma of paint, a familiar comfort. You observe the way the moonlight paints silver highlights on the spines of his books, creating quiet patterns on the shelves. Each movement you make feels like a deliberate brushstroke in the quiet canvas of the night, a silent dance. The profound quiet of the apartment, broken only by Frederick's soft breathing, feels like a deep exhalation, a releasing of the day's complexities. It is a moment of peaceful solitude, a return to your own quiet center. The soft glow from the streetlights filtering through the curtains creates delicate, abstract patterns on the walls, a silent, ever-shifting art display. His presence is a quiet anchor, a steady, unwavering force in your life, a solid ground beneath your feet, a constant, reliable rhythm you've come to depend on, a quiet reassurance in a world of uncertainties. You speak softly, recounting the evening's events, the trivial details, the light-hearted moments, carefully omitting the deeper currents, the unspoken connections, the hidden truths that ripple beneath the surface of polite conversation. A gentle deception, a necessary art of concealment, a subtle dance of revelation. It is a subtle art, this omission, a gentle dance with honesty, a delicate balancing act between what is said and what is felt, a silent negotiation within your own heart, a quiet diplomacy. He listens, his eyes on you, a quiet intensity in their depths, absorbing every word, every nuance, every unspoken hint, almost reading your thoughts, sensing the unspoken currents that move through you. There's a comfort in his predictability, a soothing rhythm to your shared existence, a familiar pattern that offers a sense of security, a quiet refuge from the world's complexities, a peaceful haven where you can simply exist, unburdened. Yet, a subtle unease lingers, a quiet whisper of something missing, a longing that stirs in the depths of your heart, a yearning for something undefined, something just beyond your grasp, a faint echo of desire that resonates with the evening's encounters, a persistent, tender ache that refuses to be silenced, a quiet thrumming. You move to the window, gazing out at the quiet city lights, each one a tiny beacon in the vast darkness, a silent testament to countless lives, each with its own story, its own gentle longings, its own hidden complexities, just like yours, a mirror of your own soul. The night deepens, wrapping the world in a soft, dark embrace, inviting you to rest, to dream, to let your thoughts drift softly, slowly, into the quiet unknown, a gentle surrender to slumber, to the comforting oblivion of sleep, a peaceful release from the day's lingering thoughts, a quiet oblivion. The warmth of the lamp beside you casts a gentle glow on the page of the book you hold, its words blurring softly in the periphery of your vision. You feel the texture of the silk pillow beneath your head, its coolness a soothing comfort. The quiet ticking of the clock on the mantelpiece, a steady, rhythmic sound, becomes a gentle metronome for your thoughts, marking the slow passage of time. You trace the intricate pattern of the antique quilt pulled over you, its familiar softness, a comforting weight. The air in the room feels still, undisturbed, holding the quiet echoes of your evening. Each breath you take is slow, even, a deliberate rhythm that helps to quiet the gentle currents within. It is a profound stillness, this moment, a deep and peaceful descent into the quiet of your own being. The soft murmur of Frederick's breathing, a gentle, continuous presence, underscores the profound peace that settles over you. Days begin to weave into weeks, each one unfolding with a delicate, quiet rhythm, a gentle hum of routine, a comfortable predictability that settles the soul. a quiet comfort in the familiar, a peaceful flow. Your apartment, with Frederick and his art, feels like a serene, sun-dappled haven, a quiet counterpoint to the city's distant pulse, a peaceful island amidst the urban hum, a sanctuary of quiet creation where time seems to slow, where inspiration can flourish. The scent of turpentine and oil paints is a constant, familiar comfort, mingling with the earthy aroma of old paper from Frederick's vast collection of books, creating a unique, reassuring scent of home. A fragrance of quiet industry and thoughtful pursuits of deep contemplation. You spend your mornings often by the window, watching the city awaken, the pale, pearlescent light filtering through the sheer curtains, painting soft, shifting patterns on the floor, a quiet ballet of light and shadow dancing in the stillness. Your thoughts drift like dandelion seeds on the wind, light and unburdened for a moment, carried by gentle currents, yet often they settle gently on memories of the Thanksgiving evening, specifically on Elliot's presence, his quiet intensity, the way his eyes met yours, a persistent image that returns to your mind, a gentle haunting. It's a faint, persistent echo, a subtle warmth that stirs within you, an almost imperceptible hum beneath the surface of your calm existence, a gentle reminder of a connection that continues to resonate, a quiet song in your heart, a soft melody. The quiet hum of the apartment's heating system provides a subtle, continuous drone, a backdrop to your morning thoughts. You feel the cool porcelain of your teacup against your fingers, its warmth slowly transferring to your hand. The gentle rustle of the newspaper Frederick reads in his studio drifts faintly to you, a sound of quiet routine. You observe the delicate patterns of frost on the window pane, intricate and fleeting, beautiful in their ephemeral nature. The scent of morning coffee, rich and warm, fills the air, mingling with the studio's familiar aromas. Each morning feels like a fresh canvas, a new beginning, painted with gentle light and quiet possibility, a serene unfolding. You watch the early city traffic below, a distant, murmuring stream, its movement a slow, rhythmic pulse. The soft glow of the morning sun begins to fill the room, painting the walls in hues of pale gold and cream, a gentle awakening. You find yourself drawn to art galleries more frequently now, perhaps seeking a reflection of Frederick's world, an echo of his passion, a glimpse into his creative spirit, or perhaps, subconsciously, a glimpse of another, a different kind of beauty, a different connection, a different perspective that speaks to something else within you, a deeper yearning. You walk slowly through the hushed halls, the silence broken only by the soft shuffling of other visitors and the distant, polite murmur of voices, like quiet murmuring streams flowing gently through the space, creating a peaceful backdrop for contemplation. The paintings on the walls seem to whisper their stories, their colors and forms evoking emotions you can almost touch, feelings that resonate deep within you, stirring hidden chambers of your heart, awakening dormant desires. A silent dialogue with the art. One afternoon, amidst a collection of modern sculptures, their cold, smooth surfaces contrasting with the warmth of your own contemplation, a study in delicate opposition, a fascinating juxtaposition of materials and emotion, you feel a familiar, subtle shift in the air, a gentle pull, like an invisible string, tugging softly at your awareness, guiding you forward, subtly yet surely. You turn, almost instinctively, as if guided by an unseen force, and there he is, Elliot, standing a few aisles away, his profile etched against a stark, white wall, a solitary figure in a vast space, a quiet, contemplative presence that draws your eye, a familiar silhouette. He's looking at a piece, his expression thoughtful, contemplative, a quiet intensity in his eyes that you recognize instantly, a mirror of your own deeper thoughts, a silent understanding passing between you, a rare communion of minds. Your breath catches, a soft, almost inaudible gasp, a tiny flutter in your chest, a quickening pulse that you feel deep within. A sudden, surprising tremor. It's an unexpected meeting. A gentle collision of worlds that you hadn't anticipated. A chance encounter that feels like destiny, a preordained moment. Yet a part of you had, perhaps, secretly wished for. A silent, unacknowledged hope blossoming into quiet reality. A tender bloom in the unexpected. The quiet, almost sacred silence of the gallery amplifies the subtle sounds around you, the soft click of Elliot's shoes on the marble floor as he approaches, the gentle rustle of his coat. You feel the cool, polished air of the gallery, a refreshing contrast to the warmth that blossoms within you. The scent of art, a blend of canvas, paint, and quiet history, fills your senses, mingling with a faint, crisp fragrance that is uniquely Elliot's. You observe the way the light from the skylights above falls softly on the sculptures, highlighting their smooth, cold curves, a stark beauty. Each breath you take feels more deliberate, more profound, as if you are absorbing the very essence of this unexpected encounter. Your fingers, still lingering near the edge of a display, feel a delicate tremor, a quiet acknowledgement of the thrilling possibilities unfolding. The muted echoes of footsteps from distant halls add to the hushed atmosphere, a symphony of gentle sound. He turns, as if sensing your presence, as if drawn by an unseen thread that connects your souls, a silent, profound understanding that transcends mere proximity, and his eyes find yours across the quiet space. A silent recognition passing between you, a deep, knowing glance that holds a universe of unspoken meaning. A soft smile blooms on his face, a slow, gentle unfolding that reaches his eyes, making them crinkle at the corners, radiating warmth that touches your heart. A comforting embrace that feels surprisingly intimate. He walks towards you, his steps measured and calm, each one a deliberate movement. And your heart, usually so placid, so still, begins a soft, rhythmic thrumming, like a distant drum, quickening its pace with a gentle urgency, a growing excitement that bubbles beneath the surface. His voice, when he speaks, is a low, warm murmur, a comforting sound that wraps around you, asking about your day, the art you've seen, the quiet pleasantries that mask a deeper, undeniable current. A silent language understood between two souls, a hidden conversation that speaks volumes. You respond in kind, your words light, almost airy, as if floating on a gentle breeze, effortless and unburdened by conscious thought, a natural flow. But beneath the surface, a delicate tension hums, an unspoken acknowledgement of the connection that lingers between you, a palpable energy that fills the air, a silent vibration that seems to surround you. You talk about the art, about life, about the quiet musings that fill your days, the thoughts that occupy your solitude, the unspoken questions of existence, sharing fragments of your inner world, pieces of your soul. The gallery air, cool and still, seems to hold its breath around you, creating a private bubble where your voices, soft and intertwined, are the only sounds that truly matter, the only sounds you truly hear, a world reduced to two, isolated in intimacy, a tender, fragile space. Each word exchanged is like a gentle touch, a delicate thread connecting your thoughts, drawing you imperceptibly closer, weaving a new, intricate pattern between you, a silent tapestry of shared moments and emerging emotions. A beautiful design. The soft murmur of your voices creates a delicate counterpoint to the quiet hum of the gallery. You notice the way the light catches the subtle silver threads in his hair, a touch of distinguished charm. The scent of coffee from a nearby cafe in the museum, a distant, inviting aroma, seems to blend with the subtle fragrance of his skin, creating a unique, comforting blend. You feel a delicate tremor in your fingertips as you gesture, a quiet expression of the energy that pulses between you. The very silence of the gallery seems to deepen around your shared conversation, a profound space that holds your unfolding connection. Each glance, each gentle smile, feels like a secret understood, a quiet acknowledgement of a path yet to be fully revealed. It's a profound, tender unfolding. This conversation, a slow, gentle blossoming of understanding, the subtle warmth emanating from the glass display cases, a gentle, pervasive heat, adds to the quiet comfort of the shared space. You leave the gallery together, stepping out into the city outside, which now feels like a soft, muted symphony of distant traffic and gentle murmurs, a comforting drone that blends into the background, a gentle re-entry into the larger world, a soft transition. The late afternoon light is a soft, golden wash, painting the buildings in warm autumnal hues, giving the world a dreamlike quality, a golden glow that softens all sharp edges, creating a gentle, hazy beauty. You walk side by side, your steps falling into an easy, natural rhythm, a synchronicity that feels effortless, as if you have walked together for a lifetime, a comfortable companionship that feels deeply familiar. The conversation flows effortlessly, a gentle river of words, shifting from light-hearted observations about the street life, the fleeting moments of urban existence, to deeper, more personal reflections about life's meaning and purpose, the quiet searches of the heart, the unspoken questions. He speaks of his life, his work, the quiet dissatisfactions that linger beneath his composed exterior, the subtle anxieties that he carries with a quiet dignity, revealing fragments of his inner landscape, a vulnerable sharing. You listen, your heart softening with each confession, a growing tenderness for the quiet vulnerabilities he reveals, a sense of empathy blooming within you, a deeper understanding forming, a quiet connection forging between your souls. You find yourselves, as if by unspoken agreement, in a small, cozy cafe, its windows steamy with warmth against the cool air, the scent of rich coffee and warm pastries a comforting embrace, enveloping you in warmth and sweet aromas, a sensory delight that soothes. The soft clatter of cups and the gentle hum of other patrons create a cocoon of sound, a private world, allowing your voices to remain low, intimate, a shared secret in the bustling room, a quiet intimacy that feels profound and sacred. The cool, crisp air outside the gallery feels like a gentle caress, invigorating your senses. You notice the subtle crunch of fallen leaves beneath your shoes as you walk, a soft autumnal melody. The distant sound of a street musician playing a bluesy tune drifts faintly to you, adding a melancholic beauty to the urban landscape. You feel the soft texture of your scarf against your neck, a comforting warmth against the growing chill of the evening. The golden light of the setting sun paints long, tender shadows on the sidewalks, extending before you like a quiet invitation. Each step you take feels light, imbued with a new sense of possibility, a gentle unfolding of a path yet to be fully seen. The aroma of roasted chestnuts from a nearby vendor, a sweet, earthy scent, mingles with the faint fragrance of autumn air, creating a rich sensory tapestry. The scent of blooming night jasmine from a nearby garden, a delicate, sweet perfume, drifts to you on the breeze, a quiet, subtle luxury. He reaches across the small, worn table, his hand gently covering yours for a fleeting moment, a tender, electric touch that sends a subtle current through you, a jolt of quiet sensation that awakens your nerves, a surprising warmth spreading through your fingertips. His gaze is soft, earnest, filled with a deep, unspoken question, a silent plea, a profound inquiry. And in that moment, the world outside the cafe's window seems to blur, becoming an indistinct watercolor, losing its sharp edges, becoming secondary to the intimacy between you, fading into irrelevance. He speaks of his feelings, of a growing affection, a tender longing that mirrors your own, a deep resonance of desire that echoes in your soul, a silent call and response that you feel to your core. Your heart aches with a gentle, sweet pain, a recognition of the forbidden nature of this connection, a bittersweet understanding of the lines that must not be crossed, the societal boundaries that stand between you, an invisible barrier that is keenly felt. You pull your hand away gently, a soft, reluctant movement, a whisper of a boundary, a silent acknowledgement of the obstacles between you, but the warmth of his touch lingers on your skin, a ghost of a caress, a persistent echo that refuses to fade, a memory etched deeply within. You talk of Hannah, your sister, of your loyalty, of the complexities that bind you all together, a family woven with love and unspoken tensions, a delicate, intricate web of relationships that holds you captive. The unspoken words hang in the air, heavy with unspoken desire, a gentle melancholy settling over the table, a quiet weight that neither of you addresses directly, yet both profoundly feel, a shared sorrow that permeates the moment. The rich aroma of the coffee in your cup, warm and inviting, seems to deepen as you listen to him, a grounding sensation. You feel the subtle texture of the cafe's worn wooden table beneath your fingertips, its smooth surface a quiet comfort. The gentle clatter of teaspoons on saucers, a soft, rhythmic sound from other tables, blends into the background, creating a cozy ambience. You observe the way the lamplight from above casts a warm, tender glow on his face, highlighting the lines of quiet concern around his eyes. The scent of warm pastries from the display case, a sweet, buttery aroma, mingles with the coffee, creating a comforting fragrance. Each word he speaks seems to carry a gentle weight, a profound significance that resonates deep within your heart. It's a moment of delicate intimacy, this shared vulnerability, a quiet unfolding of emotions in the hushed space. The subtle condensation on your glass, a quiet mist, mirrors the gentle haze of emotion that surrounds you. The evening deepens, the cafe lights casting soft, amber glows around you, creating intimate pools of light in the dimming space. A warm, inviting atmosphere that encourages lingering and quiet confidences. The conversation continues, a meandering river of thoughts and feelings, touching on art, philosophy, the quiet struggles of daily life, each topic explored with a gentle curiosity, a shared intellectual dance that flows effortlessly, a natural communion. You find comfort in his intellect, in the way his mind works, sharp yet gentle, thoughtful and sensitive, a mind that truly connects with yours, offering a rare understanding that feels profoundly validating. He listens to you with a quiet attentiveness, his eyes never leaving your face, making you feel truly seen, truly heard, in a way you rarely experience. A profound sense of recognition that warms you from within, a quiet blossoming of self. There's a fragile beauty in this shared space, this delicate dance around the edges of a forbidden affection, a subtle ballet of desire and restraint, a quiet tension that makes the air thrum with unspoken possibility, a vibrant hum of what could be. You both know the unspoken truth, the quiet yearning that pulses between you, a soft, persistent thrum, a silent melody that only you two can hear, a secret symphony of the heart, played softly in the shadows. The world outside the cafe seems to fade into a gentle dream, a muted backdrop to the quiet intensity of your shared moment, a private universe suspended in time, existing just for you. In this intimate space, a tender, fleeting reality. The warmth from your cup spreads through your hands, a comforting sensation against the cool air. You notice the way the steam from your tea swirls gently, creating ephemeral patterns, a silent dance in the dim light. The distant murmur of traffic outside, a low, continuous drone, blends into the quiet hum of your conversation, a soothing backdrop. You observe the subtle shifts in his expression, the way his eyes soften when he speaks of things he cares deeply about. A quiet revelation. The scent of the cafe, a comforting blend of coffee and warm baked goods, seems to deepen around you, creating a cocoon of intimacy. Each shared silence feels profound, filled with unspoken understanding, a quiet communion of souls. It is a delicate, intricate weaving of two lives, a quiet unfolding of connection in the fading light. The soft glow of the table lamp casts a tender, pervasive light, illuminating the delicate threads of connection between you. You part ways beneath the soft glow of a street lamp, its light casting long, gentle shadows around you, stretching out before you like silent companions, guiding your path. The city sounds once again returning to the forefront of your awareness, slowly reasserting their presence, a gentle re-entry into the larger world, a soft transition. The air is cool, carrying the faint, sweet scent of night blooming jasmine from a nearby garden, a delicate perfume on the evening breeze, a final, poignant aroma that lingers, a subtle memory. There's a lightness in your step, a subtle buoyancy, a feeling of floating, yet also a subtle ache in your heart, a bittersweet awareness of the path you are treading, a path fraught with hidden complexities and unspoken consequences, a silent burden that weighs softly. You know this connection, this gentle pull towards Elliot, is fraught with complications, with the potential for quiet pain and disruption, a delicate tightrope walk over an emotional chasm, a perilous journey. But for now, you allow yourself to simply feel the warmth of the memory, the gentle hum of his presence lingering in your mind, a comforting vibration that resonates deep within, a quiet, persistent echo that comforts and haunts in equal measure. The cool night air against your face feels like a gentle cleansing, a subtle release. You observe the way the light from the street lamp illuminates the delicate veins in the fallen leaves on the sidewalk, turning them into intricate, golden filigree. The distant sound of a lone saxophone, playing a melancholic jazz tune, drifts to you from somewhere far off, a poignant accompaniment to your quiet thoughts. You feel the subtle texture of the cobblestones beneath your shoes, each one a small, familiar imperfection. The scent of damp earth and late blooming flowers mingles in the air, a fragile, beautiful aroma. Each step you take feels like a silent promise, a gentle progression towards an uncertain yet hopeful future. It is a quiet journey into the heart of the night, and into the unfolding landscape of your own emotions. The soft glow from distant windows, a tapestry of warm light and quiet shadow, stretches across the city, a comforting sight back in your apartment. The silence feels different now, imbued with a quiet resonance, a subtle echo of the day's encounters, a lingering warmth that seems to fill the empty spaces, a ghost of a touch. Frederick is asleep, his soft, even breathing a gentle rhythm in the quiet darkness, a familiar, comforting sound that fills the space, a testament to his peaceful slumber. You move quietly, preparing for bed, each movement deliberate, a mindful, winding down, a gentle ritual of preparation, a silent unwinding of the day. You gaze out the window at the distant city lights, scattered like fallen stars on the dark canvas of the night, each one a tiny beacon of life, a distant promise of unknown stories, playing out silently below. Your thoughts drift to Elliot, to his soft words, his tender gaze, his gentle touch, replaying the moments in your mind like a cherished film. A silent, poignant reel that unwinds slowly. A gentle, dreamy warmth spreads through you. A quiet happiness, mingled with a subtle, melancholic longing. A complex blend of emotions that twists and turns. A delicate, interwoven knot of feeling. It's a complex tapestry of emotions, woven with threads of affection, loyalty, and a quiet yearning for something more, something undefined, something just beyond your reach, a silent, persistent desire that hums within your soul. You slip into bed, the sheets cool and smooth against your skin, a comforting embrace, and close your eyes, allowing the day's gentle moments to float through your mind, guiding you softly into sleep. A peaceful descent into dreams, into the realm of quiet longing, where all desires can roam free and unburdened by reality. The profound stillness of the apartment after you close the door feels like a deep collective breath. You feel the soft fabric of your nightgown against your skin as you move, a comforting sensation. The scent of Frederick's paints, a faint, familiar aroma, now carries a subtle tang of solitude, a quiet reminder of his separate world. You observe the way the moonlight traces delicate patterns on the bedroom floor, a silent, ethereal dance of light and shadow. Each item in the room, from the worn armchair to the stack of books on your bedside table, feels imbued with a quiet history, a personal narrative. The very air around you feels thick with unspoken thoughts, with the quiet echoes of your days. Encounters. It is a deep, profound peace. This solitude, a quiet space for your heart to simply be, to feel, to dream. The distant hum of the refrigerator, a steady, rhythmic drone, becomes a gentle counterpoint to the quiet of your thoughts, a consistent presence in the serene stillness. Weeks turn into months, a soft turning of pages in the book of your life, each chapter unfolding with its own gentle narrative. The quiet meetings with Elliot become a gentle, shared rhythm, a delicate counterpoint to your existence with Frederick, a secret melody woven into the fabric of your days. You find yourselves drawn to secluded cafes, their intimate corners offering a haven, hushed corners of museums, where art provides a silent backdrop, places where your whispers can mingle undisturbed, safe from prying ears. There's a particular old bookstore, its air thick with the scent of aged paper and leather, a comforting, intellectual aroma where you often meet, a place that feels like a second home. The light there is always soft, filtered and kind, dust motes dancing in the sunbeams that filter through the tall windows, creating a dreamlike haze, a golden glow that softens the edges of reality. You talk for hours, about everything and nothing, about the profound questions of existence and the mundane details of daily life, about the books you've read, the art you've seen, the quiet observations that fill your minds. He speaks of his quiet discontent, the sense of an unlived life, a longing for something more vibrant, more deeply felt, a quiet yearning for authenticity. You listen, your heart aching with empathy, recognizing fragments of your own unspoken yearnings within his words, a silent mirror of shared dissatisfaction. He makes you feel seen, truly seen, in a way that is both exhilarating in its profoundness and terrifying in its implications, a stripping away of pretenses. The world with Frederick, though comforting in its stability, now feels, at times, like a still painting, beautiful but static, while the world with Elliot is a living, breathing landscape, vibrant with unspoken possibilities, alive with potential, a dynamic, ever-changing canvas. The passage of time feels less like a linear march and more like a gentle, cyclical breath, each season bringing its own unique blend of light and shadow. You find yourself noticing the subtle shifts in the city's sounds, the quiet chirp of early spring birds, the distant hum of summer air conditioners, the rustle of autumn leaves, the hushed quiet of winter snow. Each change in the air, each subtle alteration in the light, seems to echo the quiet shifts within your own heart. The shared moments with Elliot become precious fragments, like tiny, glowing embers in the vastness of your days, moments of profound connection that feed a quiet, insistent hope. You learn to savor the whispered confidences, the shared glances, the silent understandings that pass between you, creating a delicate, invisible thread. This period feels like a slow, tender awakening, a gentle blossoming of a part of you that had been dormant, a quiet, insistent stirring towards a life more fully felt. The quiet satisfaction of small, secret joys begins to fill the empty spaces within you, a gentle balm to a yearning soul. One crisp autumn afternoon, as leaves the color of rusted gold drift from the trees, swirling gently to the ground, you find yourselves walking through Central Park, its vast green expanses a welcome escape. The city's distant roar is softened to a gentle hum, a comforting, almost imperceptible drone in the background. The air is cool and invigorating, carrying the faint, sweet scent of damp earth and fallen leaves, a poignant aroma of decay and renewal. You speak of Frederick, of the profound influence he's had on your life, the quiet mentor who opened your eyes to art, to a certain way of seeing the world, expanding your understanding. You speak of the comfort of your routine, the shared silences, the intellectual stimulation he provides, the quiet rhythm of your life together. But a quiet sadness creeps into your voice, a subtle admission that something essential is missing. A yearning for a warmth that Frederick, in his beautiful, isolated brilliance, cannot provide. A human connection that goes beyond the intellectual. Elliot listens, his hand brushing yours lightly as you walk. A fleeting, almost accidental touch that sends a delicate current through you. A silent acknowledgement of the path you are both silently contemplating. A shared, unspoken decision forming between you. The bare branches overhead weave intricate patterns against the pale sky, mirroring the complexities of your thoughts. The vibrant colors of the autumn leaves, a rich tapestry of reds, oranges, and golds, seem to mirror the emotional landscape within you. You feel the cool, crisp wind on your face, a refreshing touch that clears your mind. The distant laughter of children playing in the park, a light, airy sound, blends with the murmur of conversation around you, creating a gentle, lively backdrop. You observe the way the sunlight filters through the thinning canopy of trees, casting long, delicate shadows on the winding paths, a beautiful play of light and shade. The scent of roasted nuts from a nearby cart, a warm, inviting aroma, mingles with the earthy fragrance of the park, creating a comforting sensory experience. Each step you take with Elliot feels imbued with a quiet significance, a gentle progression towards an unspoken understanding. It is a profound moment of shared contemplation, a quiet dance of two souls moving towards a delicate, uncertain future. The gentle rustle of leaves underfoot becomes a soothing rhythm, a quiet accompaniment to your journey. He stops by a small, tranquil pond, its surface reflecting the pale autumn sky, still and reflective, mirroring the quiet mood. He turns to you, his eyes, usually so thoughtful, so measured, now filled with a tender, ardent light, a profound emotional depth. He speaks of love, of a connection he can no longer deny, a deep, resonant feeling that has taken root within him, blossoming quietly and profoundly. His words are soft, earnest, each one a gentle caress to your soul, a tender touch that speaks volumes. Your heart thrums, a rapid, nervous beat against your ribs, a wild drum in your chest. You know this is the moment, the quiet turning point, the delicate precipice upon which your lives now stand. The air around you seems to shimmer, heavy with unspoken desires, a palpable tension. You feel the pull towards him, a gravitational force that is almost unbearable in its intensity, a silent, magnetic draw. But the thought of Hannah, your sister, so kind, so unsuspecting, her unwavering trust, floats into your mind, a gentle, sorrowful reminder of the boundaries, the quiet loyalty that intertwines your lives, a bond you are hesitant to break. The beauty of the park, the soft light, the quiet whispers of the wind through the trees, all seem to deepen the bittersweet melancholy of the moment, a poignant harmony of conflicting emotions. The subtle ripples on the pond's surface, reflecting the pale sky, seem to echo the gentle turmoil within your heart. You feel the cool, smooth bark of the tree beside you as you subtly lean against it, a quiet anchor. The distant quacking of ducks on the pond, a gentle, rhythmic sound, blends with the hushed whispers of the wind, creating a soothing, natural symphony. You notice the way the light catches the golden edges of his hair, a quiet halo around his head. The scent of damp earth and crisp autumn air feels invigorating, yet also tinged with a quiet sadness. Every beat of your heart feels amplified, a resonant echo in the profound stillness of the moment. It is a quiet, profound crossroads, this scene, a silent weighing of love and loyalty, a delicate dance of inevitable choices. The faint sound of children's distant laughter, carried on the breeze, adds a bittersweet note to the profound stillness, a reminder of uncomplicated joy.